And hello, everyone, and welcome to Round 4 of Swiss for the Zelda 1 Randomizer Pentaforce Tournament. I'm your commentator, Melee Wizard, and alongside me is New York Rambler. How are you doing today, sir?
I am doing fine. And looking forward to this very interesting. We have a 2-in-1 matchup here, don't we?
Yes, we do, between Slidick and willowsticks. The winner moves on to the bracket stage. The loser still has some work to do.
Yeah, this is not an elimination match just yet. The winner is guaranteed a spot in the brackets starting in 2 weeks. The loser has to play a very stressful winner-take-all 2-in-2 matchup next week.
And I have already heard that the 2-in-2s is going to be a bit of an abattoir, so some people are not going to come out of this. I probably shouldn't. I should be careful what I say. Anyway.
Yeah, there's some very interesting names already in the 2-2 bracket, including a former tournament champion, Jam Evil, who's now in that 2-2 bracket.
Which, on its own, either says something about the flag set we're using, which this Pentaforce flag that we're using, you only need 5 Triforce pieces to get level 9s. Leads to a lot of interesting decisions, especially if you don't have all the items that you need, particularly the bows, silvers, and about 99% of the time the ladder as well.
Yeah, and one interesting thing with these flag sets is that those items, along with the recorder and the power bracelet and the raft, they can all be in level 9 with this flag set, which makes for some very interesting gambles when we're just looking for 1 or 2, even 2 key items. They could both be in 9. Bow and silvers can both be in 9. It could be very interesting to see how this plays out.
Yep, it all comes down to that decision. If you have all 5, you have the 5 Triforce pieces you need, when do you make that? When do you dive in? And we are on our way, and we are starting at 7.
Okay. Recorder Lake Star. Interesting. We're going to traverse through these dead woods here to start.
That seem infested with Lionels. Or at least in the early goings.
Yeah, so it looks like both runners heading down to Vanilla 3. What is this, any percent run? And we find ourselves wooden arrows at a decent price of 85. A little less than the, or is that a little more than Vanilla? I'm not sure.
What was that again? Was it the keys at 85?
Wooden arrow is 85.
Oh, yep, that's a little bit more than Vanilla.
And we start for a secret. Ooh, 44 to mid. That's the highest it can be.
Very nice, very nice. And you're noticing that the townsfolk here are, or the Octoroks as the case may be, they're kind of speaking, looks like they're speaking German. We need the book to translate them, which it's an actual translation this time. And Willowsticks has found level 6.
Yeah, level 6 is one screen south of the Blue Ring Armos, and immediately runs to a room filled with red dark nuts, so we're not going to progress too far in level 6 without a sword.
No. Well, at least that's one dungeon found. And ooh, a freebie at the Blue Ring shop.
Yep, and Willowsticks is going to take the candle, so don't have to go looking for a candle to buy. We're going to sacrifice one of the Take Any Hearts for that free blue candle.
And ooh, is it looks no, that's vanilla door repair looks like.
Yeah, the door repair is it's vanilla 20 rupees, which is also the median for the randomizer. It could be anywhere between 15 and 25. Just so happens it's 20, and we see a gambling game down here on the southern coast.
And
nice bomb drop.
Very nice bomb drop for Willowsticks.
Now, one thing to consider as we now that we have the bombs and candle, the wooden sword can only be in an open cave. It cannot be behind a candle block or a bomb block. And we find level 2.
Okay. Not a bad find, though without a reliable weapon, probably still not going to accomplish a whole lot.
Well, the thing with level 2 is the item will be on the ground, and if Willowsticks or if Slidick gets over here, well, Slidick doesn't have the bomb. So, finding a bomb shop here at the start, bombs being a respectable, but though not fantastic 24, you could also use that little glitch about that you use in the vanilla game for level 1 to open that key door without using a key, and I think we're going to see it on Slidick's side, just on accident, because he's coming from the right side here.
And Slidick's diving in.
Yeah, if you find something like the white sword here on the ground, although running into a blue
Goma. But we've got bomb holes.
And so the one good thing about level 2 is that if there's a well, first we're doing vanilla shapes, you don't have to worry about funny shapes tripping you up. But the walls will always bomb open, and there you see a heart container. Now, is that the level 2 normal heart container, or is that the item heart container? We will never know. Well, we might know eventually.
Well, we'll know if we find 2 of them here.
That's for sure.
Oh, a free key. That's always nice.
Other than the Wizrobes, running into Zol's not the hardest enemy set, though. Not going down in 1 HP, unfortunately, so they have either not changed or HP has gone up for them.
Exploring a good bit. Able to explore a good bit. Still haven't found anything worthwhile.
Yeah, he went for the block clip with the candle as a buffer and got it for a second, but then lost it. Finding bombs here, never a bad thing. And I think we might be ladder blocked, I'm not sure. I think we're done here for now. We're gonna need a sword to tackle a lot of these enemies, it looks like.
Definitely.
And we find the big secret over on Willowstick's side is 84, which is a little less than the average, but with the big secret being 40, it's a fine trade-off.
I mean, the medium secret being 40, but yes. Another gambling spot. Yeah, decent amount of Lionels strewn about this place.
Yeah, Lionel's in the early... I mean, if you play the vanilla game, you don't see Lionel's too much, because they're all over Death Mountain. And right. A hint shop. Hint shops will be useless until we find out. And speaking of useless, for now, we find level 9. Just south of Candle Row.
Ooh, another Taken cave.
Yep, so Slidick now has 5 hearts, so he now has a 66% chance of picking up the white sword item when he finds it. Willowstick's gonna check over here at the Lost Hills Armos and see if we find an item. No, we find a staircase.
Yeah, 45 for meat. Yep, that is definitely a good price for that sort of thing. Though, who knows if it'll actually be required or not.
Yeah, the meat price will, the base is 60, so the plus minus randomizer will make cheap meat anywhere between 40 and 80. Whereas the expensive meat in the vanilla game is 90, so the randomizer will make anywhere between 70 and 110. Then the odds of meat being required is very low in randomizer because of the way that the dungeon layouts work.
And we found a large secret in its vanilla location.
And we see a little HUD clip on Willowstick's side, getting up there, and going to take the easy way over towards probably back to the Lost Hills. Nope, going to go.
It always feels neat when people do that. It's like it's kind of like breaking the fourth wall kind of thing. Oh,
meanwhile, level 1 at the letter spot, which is a fantastic find. We're going to see. Looks like not going to be able to progress in there. I didn't see any, I guess there must be key doors. Or maybe bomb holes. Then Willowsticks does not have any bombs. And the wand is the white sword item, and Slidick gets to pick it up.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, that's going to be his main offensive weapon to start here. Now he can start really taking out some of his enemies. It won't help him with the wizard robes that are in 2, but it'll help him with everything else pretty much.
And is that all 3 large secrets now?
I believe so, yes. And Slidick finds another take any, gets another heart. So now he's seen 3 of the take any's, and Willowsticks finds 8.
Another nice dungeon to find, because it's one of the ones that has 2 items in it, and we might have just found one of them right now.
Yep, and
as Slidick finds the letter.
Yep, Slidick finds the letter, and Willowsticks getting the block clip without the block and finding the raft. Raft getting you 2 extra spots on the overworld, Vanilla Level 4 and the last take any in the Vanilla game. We have yet to see the small secret. We've seen a lot of medium secrets and all 3 big secrets already.
It's definitely a big money seed. It's just a matter of what will our runners be able to do with it.
And we see the prices of potions, 32 for the Pepsi, 69 for the Coke. The Pepsi definitely the better deal. Let's see if he goes in for a second one, but he does not.
Well, it's definitely a better deal to buy 2 blues as opposed to 1 red.
Yeah, but it's slightly faster to buy the 1 red. So is it worth the 5 rupees to get the done in 10 seconds? I would say probably yes. It depends on what else you need to buy. Meanwhile, Slidick does find the any roads and sees one of them taking him up to Death Mountain.
That's quick access to Death Mountain is not a bad thing, though that all depends on what the other 2 paths take, though we may not be seeing that for a while.
Looks trying not to die to the enemies there before the sword cave, but unfortunately has to take the death and has to go all the way back to the Recorder Lake.
But there are candle spots to be checked here in the Deadwoods, so nothing else are able to... Oh, well, that's convenient.
Yep, more take any's, and it takes you right to the East Coast. You find a red candle on the coast.
Wow.
Odds are we will not be coming back for that. Maybe if it's conveniently on the way, but that's about it.
So that's... let's need to get to 1 or 8 real quick. Any roads are not that bad today.
Oh no, 1 taking you to the East Coast, 1 taking you to the near Star, and 1 on Death Mountain. Those are 3 awesome spots. Slidick finds the last of the take any's.
Wow, that's fast.
Already sitting on 7 hearts. We're just around 11 minutes in. We've already found all the overall hearts.
And Willowsticks almost taking the free money before he realized, wait, I got a full wallet.
And the wood sword is over on the East Coast in the forest.
Nice. And I believe Willowsticks is pretty close to where the wand is, though it's not gonna happen.
Willowsticks finding more secrets, but because we have the a max 255, doesn't need it right now. Though he might go over and take it. Probably not. Just gets to 40. Slidick is about to get his wooden sword too, so they're not going to be too far behind in the sword department. And the small secret we see is 14, so that qualifies this for a big money seed, I believe. And the heart container is the armless item, so now we do know that the heart container in 2 was the regular heart container. Small secret range can anywhere from 1 to 20, so 14 is pretty solid. Willowsticks heading back into level 1. Still have a key door blocking the way, and level 1 we're starting in the bow room, so not exactly the starting room. You're going to need that key to progress. So it does find the container armor spectrum already at 8 hearts. Willowsticks continuing to try to find his way to level 1. He's going to realize he cannot really progress too far in here. He needs that key. Slidick does, in fact, buy that 45 rupee meat, so if he finds that bait block, he will not be trolled by it. On down Slidick's side, he's going to find level 1, and he has a key, so he can get into that dungeon.
I apologize for my brief disappearance, my internet hiccup for some strange reason. Did I miss anything in the last minute or two?
You didn't miss much. Slidick did pick up the heart container that was the Armos item. And Willowsticks now has found 2. With a weapon, we can progress, although, you know, we have Wizrobes and he has 4 hearts. We'll see how far he can get.
So where was that, the Armos item?
It was the forest Armos near the northeast. Ooh, and a Bosun 1 floor drop item. Unfortunately, we can't go too much further into 1, but finding that is really nice.
You said it was the Armos in the forest, you said?
Yeah, the Armos, the forest, 1 screen right of Vanilla 2.
Okay, cool.
Well, Slidick does find the bow in 1, and cannot progress any farther. Finds a second hint shop, and Willowsticks is now going to traverse level 2 and hopefully grab a few keys here, because he knows he needs a key to get into level 1. Interesting to see which of these rooms here in 2 will have the floor item. There are a few rooms that have some blue Wizrobes in it, so for our runners' hopes, I hope that it's not in those rooms.
But Willowsticks is finding keys, so that's a good thing.
Yes, we know he needs keys, especially you need a second key to progress to level 1 as well. It's going to be a drop room, and it's an easy room.
Yeah, for all the Wizrobes we've had, we've also had some easy rooms like this.
Yeah, the bubbles are annoying, especially when you don't have a guaranteed weapon other than... Oh, and he takes a death to us all.
It's just when you're at half a heart, everything's a threat.
Yeah, Slidick's sitting also on 250 for rupees. We still haven't seen the blue ring shop, and I'm sure both these runners would not mind finding that.
Definitely.
Slidick with a nice little screen scroll to head over towards Vanilla 5, but unfortunately takes a death to the Armos Knights that's there.
And it looks like Slidick is going to explore Death Mountain some.
Yep, only has 3 bombs at the moment, so can't really get too much done. And we see more Lionels up here. And there's level 7 up on Death Mountain.
And Redland Mola's being very cooperative.
However, Dig Doggers, not so much.
Not so much, no.
Now, level 7 has earned a little bit of a reputation in this tournament so far as a dungeon that generally has had a useful item in it. A lot of times been the bow, but we already know the bow won't be here. The bow's sitting in 1. But the silvers could very well be in here and continue trend that we've seen this tournament.
Well, willowsticks finds the compass in 2. It's not far from the Triforce, at least. Is going to have to get through a pretty nice, not very nice room to get to it, though.
Yeah, at least there's only 1 blue wizrobe, and we might be able to make it despawn if the enemy set lines up correctly. Now, we have a possible item room here in 7. Early items in 7 are always welcome, and it's a red ring. Great find, Laura.
Yep, and pretty much renders any thoughts of buying the blue ring null and void.
Yeah. Now we gotta spend those 255 rupees on other things.
Like potions, maybe.
Alright, and good news for Willowsticks, the blue wizrobe did in fact despawn in this room, so it'll be much easier to progress through the blue Gorias and Soul.
Very good. Especially when one of the Gorias drops a fairy.
Yep, and the map leads you to the compass room. However, the Triforce is ladder blocked into.
Yeah, you're not getting around that. That's one Triforce piece they won't have access to. We'll see if the other 7 are more cooperative.
Yeah, we still have not found the item in 2 either, so 2 has been a total dud at the moment. Willow gets his information for level 9. And is now going to start finding all the take enemies that Slidick has already found. Slidick continuing to dive level 7. Level 7 is the biggest non-9 dungeon in the game. As a wise commentator says all the time, it's 33 rooms of pure torture. And Slidick is in fact going to say, nope, I don't need to Triforce out of here, I'll find them in other dungeons.
And he is out of bombs, so won't be able to do a heck of a lot here in Death Mountain right now.
Yeah, unless he finds bomb-dropping enemies that aren't blue Lionels, because why would you want to kill blue Lionels? Unfortunately, we do not see any blue Akaroks anywhere close by. That would be the perfect enemy to kill. And Willowsticks is going to forego the heart to buy the potion for one of the take enemies.
Very interesting, especially considering how much money he has. I don't think he has the letter right now.
He does not have the letter yet, so if he had the letter, he'd probably take the heart for sure. And now he has one. So he did in fact get a bomb, and we find Mags.
Find the magical sword. We probably won't be seeing anyone. Well, Slidick's already at 8 hearts. Only needs 2 more to have a shot at getting it. So we'll see how things fare on that front.
Yeah, and it's not too far away from one of the warp zones. It's literally just 2 screens away, and 2 screens away from level 7. So I wouldn't put it past Slidick for maybe making a play on it later. Meanwhile, Willowsticks will head into level 1 with those 3 keys. We're going to have a very easy time of progressing through here. Now, he does have to kill these 3 blue Dark Nuts to get that bow.
But with what is effectively the white sword, with our runners are skilled enough that they'll be able to handle this no problem.
Yeah, especially in a room like this where you can easily just spam the darts from one direction or another.
And Slidick finds an arrow shop in, I believe that was the graveyard, and goes ahead and gets it.
Yep, and Willowsticks gets his bow, and he will be able to progress further into level 1, which Slidick was unable to earlier. And Slidick's going to buy a key. I mean, you have all this extra money, you're not going to buy any blue rings. Might as well make that key purchase just for a little extra insurance.
So we know that we already got the floor drop item for 1, so we know that the other item has to be in a staircase.
Yeah, and then the other thing we're looking for, obviously, is a Triforce. Old Men will not help us at this moment. Slidick is gonna try to get some bombs from these enemies here, but unfortunately does not get them. Goes into level 6 and finds level 5. And there's your bait block. So, bait not required for this seed.
Oh, really? So I would not have picked the Dark Nut to be the bait one, but what do I know?
Yeah, as long as if all the others are old men, the one that's not an old man will be the bait block. So, and it's usually going to be an enemy. So, in this case, it is the Dark Nut. And Willowsticks trying to take out these blue Dark Nuts here in one in the Vanilla Aquamentus room, but unfortunately not gonna. Maybe we're just gonna grab the Triforce and go?
Well, he's grabbing the Triforce at least. We'll see if he dives back in.
That is our first Triforce of the match. We are 24 minutes in, and now we get our first Triforce, and it's on Willowsticks' side in level 1. Will he go back in? Yes, he will.
Yeah, he contemplated for a moment, but decided he's already here. It's not that big of a dungeon. Dark Nuts is definitely preferable to deal with compared to Wizrobes, in my opinion.
Oh, for sure. So the blue ones can be passive because they do deal 2 hearts damage. And in this room with the turrets and wallmasters, but we find the item room one screen
there, well, there we go.
One little block clip, and we find the other item room. One is the recorder.
Ooh, okay.
Slidick does in fact feed the Dark Nut, even though this room is a dead end in level 5.
Kind of makes me wonder why. Because unless you needed to go up, there was really no reason to pay a bait block.
Yeah.
I mean, goodness knows, Slidick had already bought the bait before even finding 5, so he was right there to be used. But
yeah. Now, one thing to consider, remember, the start script for these guys is Recorder Lake. But with that recorder, once we save and continue on the overworld and go back to Recorder Lake, we can see what's underneath there. Honestly, the best thing for these runners to find in Recorder Lake is a level, and be probably level 3. And Slidick does find something he wished he didn't spend all his rupees on a key on, because he finds the bomb upgrade here in 5.
Ooh, and looks like the manhandler rolled low on HP.
Yeah, that looked like a less than 4 HP manhandler. Looks like a 2 HP manhandler, so very nice.
Very nice indeed.
However, Blue Goma's, yeah, kind of hard to take those guys out without arrows.
No. I don't think we mentioned anything about a white sword being in 5.
No, we do not know where any of the items are other than the ones we've seen. No book yet, so no hints. The only items we've seen so far are the overworld items, which are Red Candle at the ladder spot, Heart Container at the Armos, and 1 at the White Sword Cave. And then we've seen both items in 1, it's the bow and the recorder. The item in 7 is Red Ring, and one of the items in 8 is the raft.
And Willowsticks picks up the Triforce in 8.
Yep, already has the raft, and already has one of the items, now has the Triforce. So Willowsticks, despite starting out a little slow compared to Slidick's side, has 2 Triforces and has the bow, so maybe there's a slight lead over there now.
And finally we'll be able to see what's above the waterfall here. I don't believe Willows has the arrow up yet.
No, not by arrow. He just picked up the bow not too long ago. So he gets what he was looking for. I think it was the bomb drop from the Lionels, and it was a little very clean with the Eclipse as we get a high five here. As one runner goes one way, the other runner goes the other way. Willow with a screen scroll of Zone, getting over to the Forgotten Spot, and the Forgotten Spot has level 3.
And I was just about to say which dungeons we hadn't seen yet. It was before just now. It was 3. I don't think we had seen 4 yet either.
Yep, 3 and 4 were the only ones that are MIA. Now 4 is the only one that's MIA.
So who knows if A, we'll ever see it, and B, if it'll ever actually be relevant.
Yeah, 3 is definitely one of the nice dungeons to find. It's a very easy dungeon layout, very small. So it's as long as the enemy set cooperates, and looks like so far it is, it's going to be a nice dungeon to clear out.
The main issue with 3 is that I've got 3 different winding long linear paths to take, and well, there's the Triforce in the belly of a like.
Yep, so that's one issue knocked out right away. And here's the staircase, so very easy level 3.
With the compass in it as well.
Yeah. And item is the ladder. We needed that one.
Wow. Okay. Willowsticks is largely set. Just needs to get their Triforces and the Silver Arrows, and they're pretty much good to go.
Yep. Slidick finds 3 on his own side, so we're not going to be... He's going to get his ladder as well.
Yeah. Willowsticks is largely just going to go hug a like and be done with it.
Yep, that's 3 Triforces for Willowsticks now.
Probably one of the few cases where you'd want to hug a like, honestly.
Yeah. Just the triangle and get out of there. The good news for Willowsticks, he knows that the Triforce in 2 was ladder block, so whenever he wants, we can go back to 2 and grab that free Triforce.
It's just from here, he knows where 9 is, and going back into 6.
Unfortunately for Slidick's side, he went the wrong way here in 3. We know that both the item and Triforce to the left, he started out going to the right.
We all have our own preferences on which directions we take in dungeons.
Oh, there's the heart container in 3.
Well, yeah, heart containers are always good to find. Especially when you have the red ring, in which they basically count for 4.
Now, the one good thing about taking out level 6 in this particular scenario is that we are in the narrow linear path part of 6, not the deep northeast part. So it's not going to be too much of a stretch to get up to one direction, and just looking for an item or Triforce here.
But we do know that this place will have this place will be segmented, or at least have a connector staircase somewhere. So
yeah, levels 5, 6, 7, 8, and obviously 9 all have transport staircases. So just because you see a staircase doesn't mean it's the item in these dungeons.
Yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, and 9.
Yeah, that sounds like a Beatles song right there.
Looks like we're getting a decent amount of keys on both fronts here.
And we see, here's the item in 6, it's the white sword.
Ooh, nice.
Not what Willis was looking for, but nothing that he's definitely not turning that down.
Definitely not. Slidick has checked the right side, checked the top side, now check the correct side.
Yeah, now we're going to go to the left, and now we're going to see what's over here, and he's going to be happy to find that both the item and the Triforce are very close to each other, as he's going to walk into the compass item room right now.
Willowstick says, "Be careful in this room. One shot from the dark nuts, and down he goes."
Yeah, that's the main difference right now.
And he got surrounded.
Yeah, the one main difference between these two runners right now is that Willowstick's still on the original green tunic, while Slidick has the red ring that he got out of level 7. And Willow going back into level 6 here. Looks like he's hell-bent on getting the Triforce out of here.
Well, considering that I don't think he had found 5 or 7. And he's basically the debate of, do you try to dig the dungeons you know about, or try to find something that may be easier?
Well, on Willowstick's side, he's thinking probably, I already know where and how to get the Triforce in 2. So do find level 4, the last dungeon we've been looking for. On Willow's side, he's like, alright, I know the Triforce in 2, where it is, and now I know I can get it.
Apparently Slidick found level 4. I did not see where that was.
Yeah, I didn't catch where it was either. Hopefully we'll find out once he leaves the dungeon. But this could be the item room right here. No, it's not.
Finding more keys in 4, at least.
Yeah, up to 6 keys. Keys were an issue earlier, and we find an early Triforce here in 4.
Wow. And goes ahead and picks it up.
Yeah, but my guess is he'll probably dive back in there. You see level 4 is on Death Mountain.
So our dungeons are kind of clumped together. 7 and 5 are next together on the map, at least. 3 and 4 are next to each other on the map.
Yeah, 3 and 4 are one screen away from each other. And Architect, so Slidick now has a 20% chance of picking the mags if he goes back up there.
It's not that far away to check.
Yeah, but he knows level 7's up there as well.
Actually,
I don't think he knows level 7's there, you're right.
Yeah.
We know level 7's there, but he doesn't.
Yeah, Slidick knows, Willows does not.
Yeah, so now we've found where every dungeon is. Still missing some items, though. Slidick continues to dive level 4 here.
So now that pretty much both of our runners are largely in just they've discovered most of what they are going to discover. Now it's just a matter of getting Triforces. It's just a matter of who will find where are the silver arrows and who will find them first.
Is this going to be the item in... Oh, we already have the item in 6. Never mind, it's transport.
Yeah, we saw that already.
However, this is the item in 4 in this corridor staircase, and we find the power bracelet.
Power bracelet.
And we know that's not going to be useful, but Slidick doesn't know that yet. Ooh, and Will takes a death to blue dark nuts.
And I decides he's explored enough. Question: will he head back into 2 and get the Triforce out of there, and possibly the item as well? We never did find the item out of 2.
Yeah, it looks like he's going straight over to 2. Slidick does pay a gambling game and loses 11 rupees.
Not a bad loss. Especially since he gets it right back from a small secret.
Yeah. And willowsticks does go back to level 2, so we'll see if he's going to try to find this item. Now he has the white sword. The wizards will get in a little easier, still not the best enemies, obviously. And Slidick, I believe, finds 5 or goes back into 5. I'm not sure if he's found it yet or not. Oh, he has been.
Yeah, we got bomb holes in 5. He's been here before.
Yeah, we still haven't seen the item in 5, so very smart play. Now we have the ladder, we can explore some new areas in here. And another heart container, up to 11 for Slidick. So 11 hearts and a red ring for Slidick, 6 hearts and still green tunic for willowsticks.
And Slidick finds the transport staircase in 5.
Yep, so we know that the next staircase we find will be the item case.
It's just a matter of the Goma might be guarding the item.
There is a possibility that Goma in the first room of this dungeon has the item, so yes.
Slidick finds the Triforce in 5, but is passing by it for now.
Yeah, we're still looking for that item. That's definitely more important right now. When still looking for silver arrows here. Yeah, Will can't take out the Goma even if he wanted to right now, and he couldn't bomb right into that room, so I believe that means that's Zelda's room. Yep, I was right.
You're right. Dang.
When you have played and commentated enough into this, you start to realize how the quirks work.
Say, I wouldn't have thought anything of it about not being able to bomb into a certain room.
Well, in level 2, all bomb holes will open up unless the corridor staircase, which in 2 it can't be, or Zelda's room. So it kind of had to be Zelda's room.
I didn't know 2 had that sort of quirk to it.
Yeah, 1 through 4 all have that quirk to it. I think maybe 5 as well. I'm not 100% sure about 5 though. And here's the item in 5. We find... Oh...
Magical boomerang.
That's not what we were looking for. Or as I have to call it, all fail.
And... one thing I do know, nothing ever drops in in Zelda's room, so I don't know why Willow's was starting to clear the enemies out of there.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe for bomb drops they were red Gorias, but he already has them full 8 bombs, so it's definitely not that.
So it looks like, unless there were rooms with Wizrobes or something that he just decided not to clear out, it's either the Goma room or the room that was beyond the Triforce.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. There's also, one room has 3 blue Wizrobes that he hasn't cleared out yet. I believe it's not this one. I believe the one he's about to go to. You do need to clear this room to get to the Triforce room.
And Slidick picks up the magical sword.
Wow, so 11 was enough for magical sword for Slidick. Wow. You don't see magical sword too often in this flag set, so definitely a very nice item for Slidick to have.
Definitely. It's, when you have the opportunity, you get it.
Yeah, Slidick now with the 11 heart red ring magical sword combo, that's pretty much a Yahtzee in my opinion. And the last room is in fact an old man room, so we can narrow it down that the item is either in the blue wizard room or in the Goma room.
Neither of which being very good prospects, especially since Willows has not bought an arrow yet.
Well, Slidick is going back to 2 now, and he has the arrow, so maybe we'll see what's behind this blue Goma here. It's going to be big. If it's the silvers, this is a big deal. Of course, leave 4 wood arrows to go, a blue Goma to take it out.
I thought it was 3.
It could be rolled. I think it's base 3, maybe it's +1, plus or -1. I remember
right.
right,
Because of HP. Plus or minus HP, right?
Yeah, but it was 3, but there was no drop in there. Or if there was a drop, we didn't. Oh, it was a drop. It was the any key.
Oh wow! Oh, now that's a big find for Slidick. So it's not going to be as big of a detriment to Willows not having it.
So here's where the situation is. We still need the silver arrows. But here's the situation. It could either be the last item in 8 or they're in 9. Here's a quick item rundown in case you're just joining us late. Level 1 had the bow and the recorder. Level 2 has the any key. Level 3 has the ladder. Level 4, the power bracelet. Level 5 has the scrap metal boomerang. Level 6 has the white sword. Level 7 with the red ring. Level 8 has the raft and 1 other item. And level 9 we have not gone deep into yet. We do not have access to level 9 yet. The ladder, the coast item was the red candle. The armor item was the heart container, and the white sword item was the wand. So that means, along with the wooden boomerang and the silver arrows, the last item that we need to find is the book. So, book, wooden boomerang, and silver arrows. I would say those are the 3 most important items that you could ever think of that you would possibly need.
So, 66% chance of silvers being in 9.
Yeah, silvers in 9 is the most likely scenario. We'll find the Triforce of 4, but we're going to continue looking for the item. Unfortunately, it's only going to be the power bracelet. But once we do get that 4th, the Triforce here, that'll be 5 for willowsticks, and he'll be able to have access to 9. There's the blue wizard room going down. It's just a bomb dropping room. Slidick still does not know where the Triforce is. However, once he finds it, he'll be able to easily grab it. It's on the floor in a river room. Yep, now he has a compass, and now he knows exactly where it is.
And we'll be making a beeline for it, except that he has to get through this room.
Yeah, luckily for him, he has the magical sword, so it's going to be pretty free to take these enemies out.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Alright, so that's Triforce number 4 on Slidick's side. 1 more he has to get. I'm interested to see where he goes to get it, whether he goes back to 1, which he only got the bow out of and left. So I would say that's probably going to be his best bet.
And it looks like that was a hint that Slidick just found.
Yeah, that'll be an overworld hint, which will be either telling you where the white sword item or the magical sword is. Unfortunately, Slidick already has all that information.
And it looks like Slidick is heading towards 1.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the safer play, because it's a small dungeon, you only need 1 Triforce. Plus, you could always look for that last item there in case they are silver arrows. We already know it's just a recorder.
And Willowsticks picks up their 5th Triforce out of 4. Will he go back in to dig for the item?
Looks like it's gonna
No,
be
he does not.
Yeah, it's gonna be a no. So we're gonna go right to 9. Slidick is in 1. Yeah, Slidick does have red ring. The red ring was in 7. Meanwhile, Willowsticks is gonna head to 9. And why don't you tell our wonderful viewers what we're going to be looking for and listening for in level 9?
All right. So as far as listening for, Ganon is too cheap to do good soundproofing. So whenever you're in the room next door to Ganon, you will hear him. And other things we're looking for besides the 2 items in the dungeon, there will be 3 potential hint rooms for a total of 4 potential hints. There will be a hint for the quadrant that Ganon is in, the quadrant that Zelda is in, which enemy will have will be guarding the compass, and also where silvers are either say which quadrant it is or just say they are elsewhere.
Yeah, the one downside with those 4 hints though is well, we're not going to know what those hints are unless we find that book.
And there's also the potential downside of one of those hints getting eaten by, say, a mugger or something.
Yeah, we've already seen meat blocks. We know it's not going to be that, but we have not seen any mugger rooms yet, so it could very easily be that. Slidick does get the Triforce in 1, so he is now eligible for level 9 as well, and I think he's going to be heading straight there. Willowsticks just bought arrows, wooden arrows, after seeing some Pole's voice in 9. Just going to try to make life easier for him. Slidick is going back into 1.
Yep, back into 2, which is a good idea, because that's where the any key is, but it's probably not going to be what he's hoping for.
It's a good idea, just from his point of view, because you don't know, the item is a 50-50 chance of being on here, and there's about, I think on Willowstick's side, about a 40% chance that silvers are in 9 as opposed to the 66 that we know. Unfortunately, it's death to that blue Goma.
But it's right there in the first room, so it's not that big of a time loss.
Slick is going to find here the other item in his recorder. Which, if anything else, will let him get to level 9 faster.
Willowstick's having some issues hitting his mark against the Goma here.
Yeah, blue Gomas, they hit pretty hard, and they take a lot of arrows to take out. And Gomas in general in this game are just really tough. Especially the blue one, because they don't go down in 1 hit, as opposed to the red one, which does go down in 1 hit. And there's...
And he's saving out of 2. Well, there's nothing else to do there, but... yeah.
It looks like both our runners are going to be heading to 9. Slidick's going to take the whistle route. Willowstick's going to get the fairy heal. And now we're both going to be heading into level 9. And obviously, in this exact situation, Slidick has a huge advantage with red ring magical sword versus white sword and green tunic.
Rap spots. I don't think we had ever checked the rap spot. I think maybe one of them, but one of them ended up being a gambling spot. I think, but beyond that, I don't think so. But we are both in 9.
Yep, we see one runner go left, one runner go up, and we see a staircase as we immediately go up. Let's see if that will be the silver arrows. No, not yet. Again, 3 items left, 2 of them here in 9. We're looking for the silver arrows. We don't really mind the book because it'll give us hints, and we definitely do not want to see Lord Banana. And silvers!
Wow! Slidick finds them. Dang.
Very quickly.
That was very fast.
Yeah, so this is definitely now Slidick's race to lose. He found those silvers right away, past the first transport staircase and 1 room away from that. So now we're just going to be on the hunt for Ganon here. Unfortunately, Patras will mask Ganon's roar, so Patra room's not the most helpful when looking for Ganon.
No.
Now, this could be interesting. If this door doesn't open, we know where Zelda is. But it does open, so we know that's not Zelda.
So Slidick's advantage just got even bigger finding the silvers, but this race is not over yet. If Ganon, or Zelda for that matter, ends up being hidden really well, the table tides could turn real fast.
Oh, we found Zelda. It's
Shutter
door doesn't open. No one
there we are.
Shutter door doesn't open, so there you go.
And well, there's a hint. Doesn't do us any good right now, though.
Yeah, we're just looking for Ganon on the athletic side. He got the silvers. He knows where Zelda is. Let's just find that pig.
Oh, there's a staircase.
More staircases on both sides here. I know the silvers were in a spiral. I don't know if it was this spiral. They were this spiral. So Willowsticks has his silvers as well now. Got there a different way, but got there nonetheless.
And it wasn't really that much. Didn't take that much longer. So.
Yeah, but still, the fact remains that the health situation and the sword situation is the leading contributor to this difference at the moment.
And we found the Ganon room, but Ganon's not in it.
No, not this time. Again, it's not over yet, because Willowsticks does find Ganon first, and gets it down. You never know.
There it is. We hear the roar.
The roar is on Slidick's side, so we are one room away, but only one bomb, and we do not get the bomb to open up, so we're going to need to farm some bombs here.
Oh boy, this can get interesting.
There's no workaround here either, and the Gibdo can have a bomb. Let's see. Oh, gets a bomb from the Gibdo.
Nice.
That is some very well timed bomb dropping right there. And the bomb doesn't open to the right. I think he knows he's been to the left already, so he's gonna try to bomb up to Ganon's room from down here. No, that doesn't work either.
Wow.
Okay, now we're very puzzling to see how to get to Ganon. Can we bomb left?
Yes, we can. And is it? No, that's a staircase.
Ganon can't be in a staircase room. As we go up, can we go up and right? Oh, we don't have a bomb anymore. And there's no bomb dropping enemies in this room.
But we still hear Ganon's roar, so we know which room it is.
Yes, it's one room right up here. We know that for a fact now.
Yeah, but which issue? No more bombs.
But look at Willow's side. He might be able to find the workaround to get up there, and he has 6 bombs to work with.
Nah, I think he's one column right, and Slidick wasn't able to bomb into that direction, so.
See how good the magical sword is as the Patra goes down in 1 hit each, as opposed to forever with the other swords. I think Slidick on this is just looking for bomb dropping enemies. Now we know Gibdos are in here, and up there's a compass confirming what we knew already, where Zelda was.
Well, if nothing else, we might confirm that. See if there's 2 ways into Zelda's room.
Yeah, we know we can go in from the right. We cannot go in from the left.
Unfortunately.
And I think Slidick's gonna go look for a bomb shop here. I think this is the best option.
I know Slidick had already bought bombs at least once, so he knows where to find them.
Yeah, by start, and he knows that. the vanilla start screen has bombs.
And of course, buying 2 packs because why not?
Yeah, you're not gonna use rupees for anything else. And Willowsticks finds Zelda.
Now, Willow has already found silvers.
Well, Willow just found the room where Zelda is because he was just in that spike room that didn't open.
And that was another hint.
I think it was the same hint we saw on Slidick's side. Slidick also found that hint just after we found his room.
I thought we saw 2 rooms just now from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
2
there
hints
was
right next to each other.
2 hint rooms right next to each other. Still not doing us any good without the book, though we.
Slidick doesn't need the book anymore.
Yeah, between our 2 racers, we don't really need that information anymore. But... Magic Staircase, it's more of a case of needing that 1 bomb to get into Ganon's room.
Yeah, I believe this Ganon is going to be a bomb issue more so than a staircase issue. I think you need to take the staircase to get there, but Slidick knows about this case because the silvers are 1 room away, and Zelda's not far away either, but this is the best and most convenient way to get to Zelda.
Nope. There was the room to the left of Ganon. Slidick was not able to bomb there because it did not have bombs.
Up, and you could go up into Zelda's room also, but Patrick guards it.
And we found the other item in 9, which is the regular boomerang.
Yep, so the book's an 8. We know that now. We now know where every item in the game is.
And Slidick has found himself in the far right side of things, which we know will not lead to much.
Yeah, because I don't think we'll bomb left here.
It's just a matter of how did we get to the path to get to near Ganon's room before?
I think Slidick must have forgotten about it. That's a nice bomb drop from those though. And Willowsticks is also out of bombs.
And that's another perhaps more convenient bomb shop.
Yeah, that's only 2 screens away from 9, so much more convenient than going back to vanilla start. That's cool. One of the staircases takes you right to Zelda. The staircase near Ganon, I think. But it's a lit. We gotta find that easy way to Ganon. I think you have to go in from the right side. I'm sorry, from the left to the right.
Right. Yeah, it's just a matter of figuring out which staircase got you there in the first place.
Will Slidick be able to get to Ganon and go in this direction? I believe this is the correct way to go up through this column.
Yes.
But he's taking staircases, okay.
That way. So we know we've heard the roar. We know Willows has heard the roar at this point.
Yeah, and looks like he's going to use this potion, go up, and I believe you got a bomb right here to get to Ganon. So Willow might be getting to Ganon first.
And Willow knows where Zelda is. So, and Slidick has retraced his steps and has gotten back into the right path.
All right, but here we go. We have ourselves a Ganon fight, and Slidick's not going to be that far behind.
No,
See if
we got ourselves a race here, and Willow has taken a hit, and
Right, both runners are in Ganon at the same time.
Oh man, this is getting good.
Now Willow with that green tunic, if he takes one high roll driver, it's over, and he gets hit with the high roll driver.
Yeah, he got hit by like 3 of them. So the red ring definitely paying dividends for Slidick at this point.
Yep, because Slidick just took a high roll driver himself, but with the red ring, you only do 1 heart damage. A magical sword, only 4 pokes with that sword, and Ganon is down, and Slidick knows how to get Zelda. Slidick is on that beeline.
And big thing that made the difference. Slidick took 3 of the hearts from the Take Any caves. I think Willow only took 2.
Yeah, the big difference though, honestly, was that red ring.
Red ring, yes.
The red ring makes more of a difference in this scenario than the magical sword does. And we go up one room, up 1 more room. And the shutter door to the left will open. And ladies and gentlemen, Slidick has officially qualified for the bracket stage of this tournament with this win. He finishes with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 43 seconds. Get your GGs in chat for Slidick. As Willow is now in the Ganon fight himself. Has to be careful down to 2 hearts. Down to 1, oh, and takes a death.
See if we're able to get Slidick into the booth for an interview.
Unfortunately, we have a forfeit on the side of Willowsticks, that green tunic. Not going to go through with that, so we're going to not be able to see the finish of on the right side. But get your G's in chat for Willowsticks. Put up a great fight. It was a very close race. Came down to literally the last couple seconds.
Oh yeah, it got real dramatic for a moment there. And I am not in the IRC at the moment. Are racers able to join us in here?
I'm waiting to see if they can get in here or not. Slidick says that he cannot, so
unfortunate, but such is life.
While we wait to see if we have interviews coming, let's talk about the rest of the races scheduled for today. Because, boy, are there a lot of them.
Oh, definitely.
And, before we get that, we have Willowsticks.
Yep. Hey.
Hello, sir.
Not my best race.
Nope. It was very, very close, though. The big difference was Slidick had magical sword and red ring, whereas you had white sword and green tunic, and that turned out to be the difference.
Wow.
Yeah, it was 11 hearts.
Oh wow, he must have done a lot better than I did. I don't know. I kind of stumbled through this one.
Yeah, the red ring was in 7, and it wasn't too far in, but I don't think you ever found 7.
No, I didn't. The 5 Triforces really throw me for a loop. It's like I find 5 dungeons and I stayed in 6 too long, like trying to get the Triforce because I was like, if I get it, I'm just going to 9. But yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't even.
Both level 7 and Magical Sword were deep in Death Mountain.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they weren't far away from the any road that was on Death Mountain, but yeah, they were both right there.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but despite all that, it was a real close match. You guys entered level 9 like within seconds of each other. Heck, you guys entered the cannon fight within seconds of each other. You actually got in there first.
Oh yeah. Once I died to him, I was like, oh, I'm dead. Like no potions. I don't even have a letter. So. Well, he did good. Is he going to be able to join?
No, he was unable to join us for an interview. I don't know if he's in chat or not.
Well, he must have done great. I'll have to watch it back and see. And I knew he was going to be good too, and so I don't think I've ever raced against him before. But I knew he was going to be good, and so I was really trying to hustle through it, and so that's why I didn't spend a lot of time looking for dungeons after I'd found 5 of them.
The silver lining for you is that you are not eliminated yet. You have next week to try to sneak into that last spot. Looking forward to that?
Yeah, I would rather have not be doing the next week, but whatever, it's fun. I really enjoy it, and so yeah, I guess we'll see who I'm matched up against.
Yeah, we've got it's going to be an interesting cast of characters in that 2 and 2 bracket.
Yeah, everything on the line.
It's going to be very fun to watch next week, I will guarantee that. Speaking of fun to watch, there is a few other races going on as we speak. Over on Speed Gaming 3, you have JLo7 and RC Drone doing battle. Over on Randomania 4, we have Southern Pretzel and Bed Glass 2. Later tonight on Speed Gaming, the main Speed Gaming channel, at midnight, you'll have Jake Coper and Bonnie Vaughn. And then at 2 a.m. Eastern Time, if you're a night owl or a West Coaster, you can catch I'm a Sock vs. Victonin, also on Speed Gaming the Uno.
And the schedule is absolutely loaded tomorrow, basically between 8 o'clock and 11 o'clock Eastern. There are 9 or 10 different races scheduled, so who knows how many of them will get restreamed, but they're all probably going to be huge races to watch.
Yeah, it's going to be a great week, great day for Zelda 1 Randomizer.
Alright, so I guess that's largely everything to be said.
Yep.
So I guess we'll be signing off here. So I am Melee. Just give our racers a follow. Give my wonderful co-commentator Art New York Rambler a follow.
Big thanks also to Dark Shadows 59 for just doing the restream for us this time around here on Randomania. Did a great job getting everything all together. And let's be honest, when the Speed Gaming's busy and we need the restreamers to output some video for us, they do a fantastic job, and it's great for them. And go give the restreamer a follow.
Yep. Without them, none of this would be possible.
Oh yeah, and also shout out to our runners. Give them a follow. They're always racing Zelda 1 Randomizer and potentially some other games.